So right now in the playoffs, if the West started today, Golden State won against Denver 8. Denver 6 under 500, gives up 111 a game. Warriors in 4. The next, again, projection, they'd face Utah next. Utah's 8 and 12 against winning teams. It would be Spurs or Rockets. Let's say the Rockets upset them. Atrocious defensively, a coach that basically puts a blindfold on with defense and 1 star.
Let's say the Rockets upset them. That's a big. You're throwing. You know what? Let's say Detroit upsets Boston in the East, and that's who the Cavs get in the conference finals.
Cleveland would face Detroit, a Toronto team that's backcourt's giving them problems, and a Boston team with 2 legit players and a top coach. They can lose games in those series. Outside of the Spurs, who could beat Golden State once in the West?
Oh, somebody can get a game. I mean, Portland got a game off of them last year, right? 4-1.
They didn't have Kevin Durant last year.
Well, no, but I'm just saying somebody may get a game. I agree that the first 2 rounds for Golden State should be simple. Although Memphis, who they play tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to that game because Memphis is 2-0 against Golden State. I'm not saying they can beat them, but maybe they could get a game in the playoffs. Your point is that you're saying Golden State has a tougher road than the Cavs,
when
right?
LeBron and D-Wade and Bosh were together in Miami, it took them a year to get it figured out. These guys are 40 games in, and they are crushing people.
I'm with all that. And their pieces fit better than the pieces in Miami.
Better.
I don't think that Wade and LeBron were a great fit. Even when they started winning it.
I agree.
They just Wade backed up and said, LeBron, you're so great. You be the man. I'll do what I can. And that's how it worked. But this is the thing. You're right. San Antonio is the only team in the West that has a shot at beating Golden State.
4 times?
Even a hint. I predicted Golden State would win it at the beginning of the season, and I feel even better about that pick right now. But I will not completely 100% write off the Spurs because of their history, and they're a great team.
Okay.
They're still playing great basketball.
Manu Ginobili's 39, Parker's 34.
I could always say in 2014 they were old. They've never been about the individual parts. They've been about the sum total. And when 2014, when they ran over the Heat with LeBron and Wade and Bosh, Tim Duncan was old. Manu Ginobili was old. Tony Parker was pretty old. Kawhi Leonard was young. He wasn't what he is now. Patty Mills. I mean, they've never been about what they look like on paper.
They're a collection of parts.
They're a great collection. And this is my contention. In the East, they're still, I don't want to hear about Toronto, Washington, Boston, Indiana. There is nobody in the East that has a prayer of beating Cleveland.
Okay, so here, I guess my point is this. Golden State has thrown these guys together, some with similar skill sets, the great shooters. Draymond Green's now the 4th best player on this team. He's the 4th. He would be the 2nd best player in virtually every NBA team not named Cleveland. He's a real player. He's an enforcer, a rebounder, a defender. He can score. Remember, he was scoring 15 points a game. Now he's not because they got the 3 best shooters in the world. I think Golden State is offensively. Think of how good that Phoenix Suns team was offensively. And now, they lost to the best team ever. What many propose the best team ever. They scored 129, 111, 108, 108. They could score. What will Golden State score against that team?
Oh, Golden State is great. It's hard, and I'm not trying to not answer the question, but it's so difficult to compare Golden State to the Bulls of the Jordan era because the three-pointer has changed the game.
How many titles have the Spurs won? I'm just asking, in the last 7 years.
1. 2014.
Yeah.
One.
Can we stop all the Alabama's winning every year, every other year?
Hold on. Were we saying that about the Patriots? They went 10 years without winning it, but they were there they were in the hunt every year. There's something to be said for that.
I think here's what I think about the San Antonio Spurs. I really like them, but they don't have any more championships in the last 7-8 years than the Dallas Mavericks. We're going a little heavy on the Spurs. The Spurs are now old with one great player.